Navajo does not see boundaries, and that's for any Native American nation. They don't see the boundaries that have been drawn where states are concerned. There was never ever any boundaries before the Western civilization, the Western movement. Home for my ancestors, for my grandfathers and my grandmothers, this was home.
Tara Benali is an advocate for the Navajo Nation, the largest reservation in the U.S., with more than 250,000 residents spread across Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico.
We all take our home addresses for granted, right? I take my home address for granted. Why is it important to have registered home addresses in the Navajo Nation?
It helps to give the people back their identity, their voice, who they are, where they're coming from. It actually puts them a place on the map.
Not being on a map means people can't get an ambulance to come to their home or sign up for county services like health programs or get their mail. It also means that many Native Americans either can't register to vote, are miscounted, or are registered in the wrong places.
We're doing physical addressing. Do you have 10, 15 minutes to talk to us?
Yeah, come on.
But in the Navajo Nation, the Rural Utah Project is trying to change that.
Do you ever had any problems registering to vote?
Organizers like Dailene Redhorse are identifying street addresses, a move that might swing elections, especially in battleground states.
This is going to be your physical address.
What does this mean?
This is a satellite coordinate.
Oh.
The project uses plus codes, Google technology that identifies specific latitude and longitude points on a map that can act like a street address. Think of it as a pin drop on your phone.
This just kind of pins all the homes, the houses, the structures, and each house has its own plus code. So that's how we know which sign goes to which house. I came to make sure you put up your sign.
Dailene drives around the reservation to register these plus codes and install them on houses.
There is your sign.
For some folks here, getting on the map is the step towards actually being recognized.
Clash not too long ago. The sign bonnet.
I wanted to vote, but they denied me. I live in Utah. I told them that they don't believe me because right there is state line.
Jo ad in the post office box, Kienta,
Because it's awful.
Ebony, Arizona, Jenna House. The reason why she has an Arizona ID is Monument Valley doesn't supply enough mailboxes for residents in Utah. So many of the residents that live here close to the state line go to Kienta, Arizona to get their post office box. Dish in the Hanadle.
It's the first time.
This is your first time registering to vote?
Yeah.
Because of the plus codes, you were able to register her. It seems like from that conversation that it was the first time that anyone had ever asked her to register to vote.
She was very ecstatic, yes.
But how did that make you feel?
Driving on these dirt roads, putting wear on my vehicle, it was worth to see a reaction like that, to see just their mind expand of what other ways they could use this address.
These plus codes could change a purple state like Arizona, where Native Americans are the second largest minority after Latinos.
Arizona is one of the most contested battleground states. Donald Trump won Arizona, won this state by less than 5% in 2016. And so as people are scrambling during this election year to sort of bring change to Arizona, not to beat Donald Trump, they're looking at every direction except for here.
This is the Navajo Nation roads for you. It's bad.
We can walk it.
At this day and time, the Native American have a very strong political power, and they do not realize how much of a power that they have. It's rewarding because you know it may have been just one or two individuals that day that you sat down with and really educated them about the whole process and why it's important. You're giving them that tool to be able to pass it along to the rest of the nation.
Google Map.
Could the fact that she has not had a registered address. Could that have contributed to her vote not counting?
Yes, that would have contributed. But now we have a system and we can say, well, okay, did Agnes vote this year? Yes, she did. She cast a ballot. Did her ballot get counted?
It's not just Arizona and Utah. 34% of Native Americans over 18 aren't registered to vote. That's over 1 million new voters across the country, and many of them are clustered in other key battleground states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and North Carolina, states that could decide the 2020 election.
Do you think the plus codes will translate into votes for the 2020 election?
Yes, when we identify each structure where families reside at, that'll give us a number that's tangible, that we can actually say, well, within this community here, we have so many voters here. They have a voice. Let's reach out to them. So we're getting them ready to say, no more. We want this change. We're going to help to make this change happen. So you all need to just step aside and let us through, because we matter just as much as you do.